I suppose I'm delighted to be able to speak here today in relation to the LGBTQI about our strategy, and listen to the Minister. And to be fair, Minister, I think there's a lot of positive stuff that you spoke about today, and I want to recognise that. I think certainly, and what Kathleen said about we're in a much better place than where we are when I went to school, but there's still loads more work needs to be done, and I think that recognition, we all recognise that fact. I first would like to begin by sending my solidarity to the trans community. I stand with them against the recent attacks on their very existence, and I think that needs to be said today, and I'm glad that people are saying it, that they know they have our support. When I came into politics, I suppose myself and a lot of people in Sinn Féin have a vision for the island, a vision that of Republican principles of equality, diversity and inclusion, because that goes to the core of who we are. I've been very lucky. I've been attending Pride in Cork for years. Sometimes my wife, Michelle, and our two daughters would come with me, and when you look back, I remember pushing them in the buggy when they were babies, and listen, Pride can be, it has a great atmosphere. I remember walking it, and I look forward to walking it this year now with my family again, because I think it sends out a brilliant message to people that, you know, this is where we want to be. We want to be inclusive, and we want to work with people and respect people. And the atmosphere can be so positive, and it just lifts your heart, you know. And I also want to briefly pay the respects to all those who've campaigned over the years. In Sinn Féin, we say that we stand on the shoulders of great men and women, and I think the LGBT+ community do the same on all those people for years who campaigned and fought discrimination and fought for equality. I think they must be remembered for the contribution they made. I also want to say, I suppose today, that I want to say clearly that I don't want to see us regress like we see in other European countries, Minister, and you touched on that. I want us to move forward, and we all remember, I suppose, how proud we were as a nation when we passed the Marriage Equality Bill. And listen, it was a brilliant achievement for us as a people, but there's loads more work that needs to be done, and I think while we can recognise our victories, we also have to recognise there's so much more to do. And I suppose just to touch on that, in relation to the Irish Council for Civil Liberties and their call for legislation in relation to hate crime and hate speech, I know that's something that we all want the Minister for Justice to fast track and deliver, because there should never be people should never be allowed to promote hate crime and hate speech, and I think that's something that we as an Oireachtas need to deliver and stand up and let that go out loudly and clearly, and the only way we can do that is to pass the legislation to ensure that it doesn't happen. Good morning.